lovely ladies and handsome gents. Welcome once again to Talk to the Hand Reviews. I'm Bold Reviews Lady. I very much appreciate if you decide to subscribe or if you want to give this one a like, if you like it. You know, I gotta say it. I mean, I know that you can figure out to do that for yourself or not, but promotion always helps, and I would be remiss if I didn't do any promotion. So please, 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 like and subscribe and leave a comment. Anyways, so today I have a fragrance called D'issey Absolue. It was actually only a 1-year special edition version of, hey, did you have a nice Mardi Gras? Mardi Gras was like, what, last week? Anyways, so D'issey Absolue. D'issey. This is a lovely fragrance. It's a lovely fragrance. It's very fresh. It's extremely fruity. It's a fruity fragrance. I would say this is a fruity floral. I would say this is a fruity fruity. I wouldn't even necessarily say this is a floral. Isn't that a pretty bottle? This cute little... I dropped this on the ground, by the way, and my husband glued it back on. So if that happens to you, you drop it and the little crystal ball comes off. I can see your future. I can see your future. You're going to watch more of my videos. Anyways, pretty cute. So this fragrance was created in 2013. It's considered an amber floral. Of course, by Miyake. The nose for it was Olivier Cresp, who was over at Firmenich, or Firmenich, whatever they call it. And he has 380 perfumes in the Fragrantica database, including pretty impressive stuff: Noah by Cacharel, Dior Dune Pomme, Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue. That's one of my signature fragrances. One of my, not now, but it used to be. When it first came out, I wore it for years and years. I mean, so many of us did, right? It's one of those amazing fragrances. Mugler Angel, Tom Ford Noir de Noir, and YSL Black Opium. So, I mean, you know, a lot of these perfumers, they've created some big hits, and then they've also created some of the lesser known fragrances. And I found that usually their career spans doing many different price point fragrances too, which is pretty interesting. I found out a couple weeks ago that the same nose that created this little inexpensive fragrance that I found called Love's Dana Oh So Pretty was created by the same nose that created Tom Ford Black Orchid. You know, I mean, you know, it's really interesting. I've learned there's a lot of that since I've been having my channel. So the notes in this fragrance, the top notes are lotus and freesia. The mid notes are honey, tuberose, and night blooming cereus. That's fascinating to me. Do you know what a night blooming cereus is? It's this amazing cactus plant that blooms at night and has an amazing fragrance to it. There's another one that's very similar called the Lady of the Night, which I actually own one of, that also blooms at night, which is also used in a lot of fragrances. But it only blooms for like one night. It opens at like 8 at night and it's done by like 5 in the morning. So, you know, if you're not aware of it and you don't stay up to know, you know, that it's gonna happen, you might miss it altogether. That's why if it's in a flower shop for sale, you'll never know, because flower shops aren't open that late. So, and the flowers are huge. They're like this big. They like open up, they start like this thing like this, and then they open up. So anyhow, the idea that this fragrance uses night blooming cereus is really special to me because it makes it really unique. And then the base notes, they say woody notes and bourbon vanilla. Woody notes and bourbon vanilla. So I think it's pretty interesting. But I've got to tell you, what I get from this fragrance when I smell it is melon. Like, it almost seems like a single note melon fragrance with nothing else in it. My husband even smelled it. He said, yeah, when my husband smells it, he says it smells like cantaloupe. It smells just like cantaloupe. It smells like cantaloupe, maybe honeydew. But then there's a fragrance that I feel, the first time I smelled this, I felt it smelled it very, very similar to, and that's Volupté by Oscar de la Renta, the original one. So back in the day, I used to work in promotion in the mid 90s, in the early 90s. The early 90s, I worked in promotion for Oscar de la Renta in the Southern California area, and some other fragrances too that we represented for this promotion company that I worked for. But Oscar was my main fragrance. So I would go in, I would bring products to the people who worked behind the counter, you know, to give them products. I would promote the fragrance, you know, spray the fragrance on people, show the products, show the body products, whatever. And when I was working for Oscar, we came out with Oscar Volupté. And I'm not real big on fragrances like that. I'm not really such a huge fan of this type of, I mean, I guess I'd call it a gourmand because it smells like food. But what I think it smells like to me, I smell melon, mimosa, something aquatic, fruit, melon balls, fresh and fruity, no heavy musks. It's a light, fruity, floral fragrance. Any age can wear it. As a shared fragrance, I mean, sure, why not? I mean, I think it leans feminine, but if you're a man and you like the smell of fresh fruit, why not? Now, I also want to say, it smells like fruit, but it does not smell tropical. It doesn't smell like coconut or banana. There's not a lot of vanilla in it. It smells like fruit. It's not exotic. It dries down to like an intimate sort of powdery fruit. Not extremely long lasting. One spray is probably not enough for most people. You probably need a few if you want this to last on you all day at work or wherever you are. But I know you want to know, what's it smell like? Okay, according to Fragrantica, 57 people felt it smelled like D'issey Original. So there you go, D'issey Original. If you like that, you'll probably like this. 28 people felt it was like Calvin Klein Escape. Yay, yes, it is like Calvin Klein Escape. It is so like Calvin Klein Escape. I think there's something more lemony though in Calvin Klein Escape. Something a little more edgy. This is a little bit of a softer vibe. Very similar though, very similar. 22 people felt it was like D'issey Pure Nectar de Parfum. 18 people felt it was like Elizabeth Arden's Sunflowers. Yeah, I think it's kind of similar to Sunflowers, but Sunflowers smells floral. It's like a floral with some of these other fruity notes, but it's definitely more floral. But I would say, yeah, they're similar vibe. 10 people felt it was like Aqua Allegoria Nettare di Soleil from Guerlain. Sorry, I probably didn't say it right. But yeah, like I said, I think it smells like Oscar Volupté. So, Issey Miyake's D'issey Absolue. It's worth a try if you can, or the original too, if you find it. It's in the department store. This one was a 1-year limited edition from 2013. So it is a really nice fruity fragrance, a truly fruity fragrance without that meaning vanilla or coconut or tropical. So if you like that, you'll like this. Let's have a quick flow jam dance. Have you been keeping up your moving around? Have you been trying to get up away from your computer every hour or so? That's what they say you should do. Who's they? I don't know. Someone who says you should do it. But I mean, it makes sense, doesn't it? Just get up and move around. Get up and move around. Once an hour. Okay. I hope to see you next time, you lovely ladies and handsome gents. You lovely ladies and handsome gents. I'm Bold Reviews Lady saying bye.